Hey guys, welcome back to Dabrewski. Today we're going to be working on the four-door Civic again. We got it right here. I did start sanding it, wet sanding it with 2000 to buff it. I just, I was going to paint it, but the paint is still in decent condition, so we just sanded it, painted it. I did end up finishing the rear suspension, or at least getting the subframe brace and the lower control arms on. The reason I didn't film any of that is because I did it really late at night, and it was like a huge hassle because one of the lower control arms snapped, and it was just super annoying. Anyway, so today I am actually loading up these tools, and as you may know, well, from this, I'm actually swapping the engine. The reason I'm doing that is because the engine that's in there right now is a d20b. It's a single overhead cam 1.5 liter. I think it's rated at like 70 horsepower new. Right now it probably has about maybe 50. So in order for me to get any power out of it, I'd have to do like a low compression turbo build or a high compression naturally aspirated build, but that would still be slower than dirt. It's a good little engine if you want 40 miles to the gallon. I don't want to build it. All right, so I'm on the road right now. I just got the back of the truck all loaded up. Got the engine hoist, got all my tools, got everything I needed. It's raining pretty dang good right now. So I think he said the car is outside, and I know the car is still running, which is good because I want to hear the engine run before I pull it out and go and put it into my car. Here's the engine. It's a b20b dual overhead cam. It's a little bit better than the single overhead cam, in which I can just throw some head studs on there and then turbo at like 8 pounds and make a lot more power than the single cam, and it'll breathe a lot heavier. It is pouring down so hard out here. It's like everything is soaked, but you know what? This is the price you got to pay to play, essentially, especially if you're going to do it cheap. If you want to like pay someone to do all your stuff, that's fine. You don't have to deal with this kind of stuff. But for me, I love it. I love getting wet. I love getting dirty because, with me, built not bought. That's the motto. All right, so what I did for now, just to start her up, is I ripped the battery out of the truck and connected her here. It smells like it's running really rich, which is okay. He's probably running the wrong ECU. So as you can see, I'm literally soaking wet. I'm covered in mud, covered in dirt, but it stopped raining, thankfully. We got everything disconnected from the engine. Now all that we have left to do is jack the car up, pull the axles out, and then just pull the engine out. All right, so my brother just showed up. We got the car jacked up. I got the shift linkage off, pulling the engine stand out. I got one little thing on my finger, kind of smashed it. Doesn't look that bad. It hurts hella bad though. Got everything disconnected. Now we should undo that mount, and then the engine's just gonna kind of come up with everything. All right, so we got the engine like basically pulled out, and now it's coming up, and then it just started to downpour like crazy, and everything is just soaked out there. It's so wet. I'm covered in water. My sweater back there got soaked. This sucks. This is the worst because the engine's completely open and you're not supposed to get any of that wet. And we're just getting soaked. He's soaked. He's been here for like a minute and his sweater's already just drenched. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can wait a couple minutes. If it doesn't slow down, then we're just gonna go out there and do it in the rain. It doesn't matter. We have to get this done. All right, so the rain died down a little bit. I mean, it's still raining, but it was downpouring earlier. Everything is soaking wet. We just kind of threw the hood on top so the engine doesn't get wet. I want to kind of preserve it as much as I can, and by not getting water in there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw on a new sweater that my brother brought, thankfully, and his Bill EG. I'll do a video on that one later. That's the one we built last summer. But yeah, so we're just gonna pull this engine as fast as we can, throw it in the back of the truck. So we just finished pulling off most of the parts. We have one part left to pull on that side. It's the trailing arm. We already got this one off. All this white stuff is just pesticides from like what they spray the orchard down with. We got the steering rack, we got control arms, we got suspension, we got a sway bar, we got a rear strut bar, we got the engine, we got the wheels, we got all this exhaust stuff, we got another axle, we got the radiator, intake, more suspension stuff. All right, so we just finished up. We're just doing one last check on everything. We're gonna load up the seats in his car because there's no room in the truck. All the suspension done. Here's the truck. Got the engine back here. I just finished pulling everything out with my brother. Oh, sorry. Got the lift. So kind of just a quick summary of everything I got. Starting from the rear. I got the rear disc conversion. These just have that pesticide stuff. So I'm going to wash these. They're going to turn out really clean. I got the front control arms. The reason I got these is because they have, right here, they have the sway bar end link mounts. The stock one on the car doesn't have those. That's just one of the drive shafts. I got some Skunk 2 front camber kit. And again, I got some, like one of these is like aftermarket strut, whatever. And then I think the rest are just stock with iBox springs. And then I want to say Coney ground control. I'm not sure. And then we got the subframe tie. This keeps the subframe from bending. We did get the front sway bar, and it actually looks like an upgraded one because it's super, super thick. We got the front strut bar. We got the rear strut bar. I already had one for the car, but I'm going to use this one. I did get the bigger brakes. I think these are 11-inch rotors. So I'm going to put those in the front as well. Just a stock manifold. And then we got the B20 engine. Basically, I have everything spread out here because I'm going to get some degreaser and spray it all down because all of this stuff is just caked with grease and oil. The engine is completely caked in oil. And I can tell that the valve cover up here is leaking really bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close up all these little, like this one, this one, this one, this one, all these ports. And then I'm going to, get away. I'm going to pressure wash it, or at least clean it, and then I'm going to pull off the thermostat on this side, and I'm going to run like a hose through here and wash out the whole coolant thing, and then I got to pressure wash all of this. This is nasty over here. So yeah, I'm super excited because that means I don't have to turbo that single cam. I don't have to do anything in a single cam. I can just pull the whole swap out and rip it out. Oh, actually, I did forget one thing. I ended up getting the ECU for it as well. Basically, this is like a whole plug and play swap. I'm actually really excited. I'm super excited. And I got the bigger brakes, and I got the disc brakes in the rear. It was awesome. And for the price I got everything, it was unreal. Here.
What's up?
Here. Eat it.
No.
I just dipped it.
I'll dip it my own. Go away.
You blew on it.
No, I didn't.
You just fucking blew. Open up.
No.
Alright, so we cleaned up a little bit. It started raining, so I had to cover everything up again with the tarp. We got a little sidetracked with another project. We had to pull the engine out of that car really quick because we sold the block to one of my friends. It was, I don't know, today's been hectic. We've already pulled 2 engines, and we decided we are going to pull the engine out of the 4-door today. The sun came out again. I'm not lying to you. Hold on, I gotta hold this with my other hand. I'm not lying to you when I say this. It literally rained and stopped raining like 10 times. It rained sideways. It rained down. It rained up. Today was insane, man. Like, it feels like a new day every day. Or every hour, sorry. I've been working so hard on this car that it's kind of hard to do anything. I got all the wires disconnected. The engine's ready to come out, basically. We just got a few little things to do. We got all this front suspension off. Everything. We just took it off as one unit. We figured it'd be a lot easier to do that like that. I'm really sorry I'm not getting any of the process of like how we're doing this. But like I said, the weather's been insane and we're just trying to knock this out as quick as we can. So yeah, right now Ingvar, my brother, is taking off that torque mount on that side. And then we're going to take off the torque mount right there. Basically then it's just one motor mount back there, one right here, and then one right there, and then the engine is coming out. All right, so I just finished. It's about 8:30 now, or 8 or 8:30. I don't know what time it is. I washed it up a little bit after pulling the engine. Got the engine covered. I got the B20 in here. I need to wash it tomorrow morning and degrease it a little bit, and then fix the valve cover because it got a little leak. Then I'm gonna order tires for these wheels tonight. I'm pretty stoked. I'm burnt out for tonight, so I'm done for tonight. So we'll see you tomorrow.